Okay. So what we need to do is just change the workers to 1. That's it. So then now it should run only. That's a configuration. We can run only in 1 worker. I think you have to save it, otherwise it won't reflect immediately here. That's a problem. See 1 worker now. Now you will get a proper report. See, this is a before all hook. Then all the tests will execute. That will be done for us. See, before all hook, this is the test 1, this is the test 2, test 3, test 4, then after all hook, right? So this is the, so I want to show this one, hooks how they are executing. So first before all hook, then all the tests. So group 1 tests, and then group 2 tests are executed. Okay, so that's the before all and after all. And let me show you same way if you add before each, right? If you add before each, so what will happen before each and after each? Let's add, how to add before each? Test dot before each. So then you can add, see that there is a, so you can add a sync function, arrow function. That's it. Simply write whatever you want. Simple statements. We don't want very complex. Right. This is the before each hook. So before each, what will happen? Every test before this, before each will execute. Test start after each. Sync function, arrow block. So this is the after each hook. So now see every test before each, and then test, then after each. Again one more test before each, test, after each. So it will repeat for every test. So let's see how it is executed, and you can easily get a fair idea here. Save the file. Sometimes it is not going to work properly. See before all, oh, so browser is launching. Okay, so let's understand this. First, before all hook is executed. Before all hook is executed, then before each, test 1, after each. Again before each, test 2, after each. Again before each, test 3, after each. So before each, test 4, after each. And finally after hook, after all. So this is the how hooks are executed if there are multiple test blocks or described blocks are there. Suppose I want to execute only particular group. So you just need to mention dot only. So only this group 1 will execute. Then group 2 will automatically skips. So let's see whether it is working or not. See, only group 1 executed. Only group 1 executed. So no group 2. That's the only keyword. So we'll understand these keywords, how to do those keywords. And there's a, if you go to our playwright.dev, documentation. So there is an annotations concept. We need to understand annotations also, and also this one is grouping, describe block, explain, describe block somewhere. Yeah, that is fine, but yeah, we can see these annotations. Annotations here. Yes, annotations. So are you clear on this grouping? Any questions here? You have to use a describe block. That's it, simple.
No, sir.
Yeah. Now we have a, so annotations. What are the annotations in Playwright? So Playwright supports the tags and annotations that are displayed in the test report. So you can add your own tags and annotations at any moment, but Playwright comes with a few built-in ones. So test.skip. So makes the test as irrelevant and it will skip. Playwright doesn't run if you mention any test.skip, if you mention, it won't execute that. And test.fail. So marks the test as a failing. Playwright will run this test and ensure it does indeed fail. If the test doesn't fail, Playwright will complain. So that's if you mention test.fail, it makes sure it fails. So test.fixme marks the test are failing. Playwright will not run this test. So as opposed to the fail annotation, use fix me when running the test is slow or crashes. So you want to, even though it is failing, you want to fix it. You want to run it slowly, then you can use this fix me kind of annotation you can use. Test.slow marks the test as a slow, and so and it, if any more time it is taking, it is will test time. So that's the, these are the annotations: skip, fail, fix me, slow. These are the 4 annotations. You can say if any playwright annotations if they ask you. And at the same time, you can tag also. You can tag it. So how to tag? This is the one examples they provided. Test dot only we have seen. Test dot skip we'll see now. I'll show you that. And conditionally also you can skip, or directly you can skip also. Conditionally, if you want to skip, you put the condition. So test dot skip browser name equal to Firefox. Then you want to skip, you can skip this test. So that's how you can put a conditional skipping. So conditional skipping, normal directly, test block level skipping, both are provided. Based on some condition, you can skip that entire block, test block. So grouping we have seen with the describe block. That's what one group can contain multiple test cases. Now tagging. So tagging the test cases. So like you want to tag, generally we have a smoke sanity regression, right? That's how you want to tag it. So that you can write a tagging. So in the test block itself, you can write a tag. So like this. So sometimes we want to tag your test at the rate fast, at the rate slow, but generally we will do at the rate smoke, at the rate sanity, at the rate regression. that kind of you have to put at the rate and the tag name you can put. So that's a at the rate symbol should be there even before your no any customized tag you can create with this tagging concept. So then you can just put you can write here itself test after you can put at the rate sanity at the rate this, or otherwise you can mention like this also. The title after put a block. So in this block you can specify tag colon your tag name. Okay, tag colon tag name, then async function. So this is the one way, or so this is the simple, right, for us. This is the simple. Instead of again one more bracket, all this. This is the very simple. So you can put test after anywhere at the rate sanity, at the rate smoke, at the rate regression. You can put in the test blocks. Then so you can control which test you want to execute, which test you don't want to execute. So that's the tagging concept, and it's very useful. And while running you can run so with this grep option -, grep, and you can give that, say like this, you can give npx playwright test -, grep, only that group you can write, and mix of both you can run also. So you can, for example, you mention a particular test as a slow and so or sanity and regression, and this test belongs to this group, this tag and this tag. So you want to run tomorrow some test case as which has sanity and regression, and you can just give the sanity and regression, and this test case will execute. So that is the this tagging concept, and a very useful concept, that one. Okay, so even you see you can use pipe symbol or either this tag or this tag, you can use that. So even and operator you can use, but yeah, so you can just mention both of them side by side and that will pick up automatically. That's the this uh, tagging and tagging concept. So generally we'll know in the Selenium you're going to grouping, right? Groups keyword you're using, you're doing, but here there is a concept called tag concept. We can use tag, and in the test itself you can mention that. So I prefer instead of multiple complex, and you can just simply mention here. So in the title itself, so automatically it will pick up, right? So let's go and write that tagging concept, one example, and then we can end the session. So even so skip we have seen all. Skip, let me show you that here only we can see. For example, I don't want to run this this one. Just put a skip. So then that is not going to execute. Let's see only test one executed. Suppose, so you want to write a conditional based, right? So I'll remove this test describe this one. Okay, I'll remove this one. And now I'm going to put condition based. I want to write some condition based. So the condition I want to write, if right, you can just put, maybe you can add one more fixer, a page fixer, and browser name also. You are passing another browser name. So based on the browser you want to execute, you can add one more fixer here and write that. So browser name is equal to suppose Chromium or Chrome or Firefox, whatever it is, right? You can just mention Firefox, right? If it is a Firefox, then you skip it. So you just mention this one. I'll put outside. So then I can put test.skip. So the next this entire test will be skipped automatically. So that's the conditional based skipping you can do. Okay. So rest of the code won't execute. Let's see console.log skip after conditional skip test 3 statement. Okay. So let's see now, and we put one skip here and conditional skip for this. So now this is, so we are running on Chromium, so this won't skip, but let me change it to Chromium. Okay, Chromium, so that it has to skip the conditional based we want. So I'm putting that because we are giving a Chromium. That's why I want to give exactly. Now both blocks will execute now. Both blocks will execute now. See now, 2 skipped, 2 passed. 2 skipped, 2 passed. So that's the advantage with the C conditional based. Test 3 is, so this part executed, but remaining portion is not executed because your condition is satisfied here. The entire test is skipping. So this feature we don't have in Selenium, any other tool. Even in Cypress also, I'm working on Cypress, but I don't see this kind of features. So this is the good, and inside the particular condition based, rest of the code you want to skip, and this is the cool, right? Cool feature, and these are the different annotations that really helps us. So let me show you another fix me. So fix me is basically I just want to write. So just write test dot fix me. So inside that, basically it is going to run slowly, and if it takes more time, it will tell us fix me later. So that's what the fix me concept. Let's run this. Okay. See, 3 skipped. So this is also basically a skip kind of thing, right? Fix me, I already mentioned here. It's a kind of, see that what it is mentioning. So marks the tests are failing, playwright will not run this test if you mention fix me. That's why it is showing a skipped count is 3, because this is also skipping. Let me write one more block for showing the fail annotation. Test 5. So I don't want this. So I want to show you fail. So fail will fail, right? So fail also you have a conditional based failing or block level failing. You can do so entire block. You want to make sure it has to fail. You can fail that. So, and I'll show you conditional based also. Let's put this test 5, and I'm just putting test dot fail. So I'm saying this test, I want it to be fail. So then you can write test dot fail. So and then, so this is your expectation, and then you're putting some, for example, some expect block. So expect, you're expecting 1, but to be it is 2. So then what will happen if both expected and actual is failed? Then it will pass. So now you are saying this is your expected. This is your expected. You are saying it should fail. And this one is, so this one also returns. So this fails, right? This also fails. So that case, and how it exports, let's see now. So whether it is going to failed count or not. Then we'll add one more conditional place. Yeah, see, 2 passed now. So what are all executed? This is a test 5. Test 5 is executed because both are failed, right? That's why this also failed and this also failed. That's why this test is executed for us. So if, for example, if we give same, and then it will fail. So let's see what will happen if it is true, how it will execute. Now this should fail. Then we will another class, another spec file we would have created. Say it failed. Expected to be failed, but passed. So that's what it is showing very, very clearly, right? So that's the that's why I given here 2, but both I am showing for you. So let's create one more conditional based. How to make your test should fail. So test to fail and condition based, like browser based on the browser. Just copying. Conditional based. Okay, so this one I want to write a conditional based fail. So how to write a conditional based? So this I'll put a test 6. Just for separation purpose, guys, I'm putting different blocks. So this is my expectation, and then I'm putting a condition. So what is the condition? If browser name, you can add one more so fixer here also. So on particular browser name based I want to run, and then so you can add this if browser name so is equal to Chromium. So then so test dot fail. So this is the, so you are saying forcefully, right? That's the conditional based, means you can write a conditions and you can make sure it fails. And this one I'll put a 2 to make it pass. Okay, test 5. See, failed. The test 6 is failed, right? So test 6 is failed because its condition is satisfied and it is failing. So that's a conditional based, and directly block level you can do whatever you want. And the last one, so let's see, test.slow, right? This one, test.slow marks the test as slow, and that triples the test time. So any test timeout you mention, it will skip that. So, but it will run slowly. Basically, you have to design the test case. Your test is so your test is getting timed out, more time it is taking. And if you put test dot, you can put that test dot slow, and it will take slowly also, no problem. It will run that. So that is this slow. Let's see that another test block I will add for the test dot slow. Test 7 just complete slow. We don't need any browser here, we are not doing any conditional based. So I just mentioned here test.slow, and then so you give your timeout. So for example, I'm giving a remove this all these things. So test dot. So you can add set timeout. So I'm just giving 5000 milliseconds, and then you open the browser. Any browser you open, go to, then so I'll just open the URL, any URL. So just open this URL only. And then I'm just adding some console statements. Test 7. Required, but yeah, I can put. So let's execute this. So what will happen? You see that. Right, this is the last 7th one. Three passed, 3 skipped. So you can see what are all skipped. We skipped condition based one. This one also skipped, and this one we skipped, and another one here. 3 skipped. Remaining all are execute 3. So that's the slow and skip. And let me execute this report. Directly you can open that in the browser. So this we have, these are all passed. And group 2 6 is that we made fail. That's why it is failing that. Okay. So that's all the annotations. Skip, fail, fix me, and slow. If any your test case is running slowly, you can mention that, and even that you won't get a timeout errors. So that's you can avoid with this test start slow. Yeah. Any questions here? Tagging, I think tagging we need to see next. Maybe next class we'll see tagging. I'll show you tagging next class. And then we can start the framework. With these concepts enough for us to start the framework. Okay, I'm going to use this website to automate. We have plenty of no e-commerce, right? This is the e-commerce website. You can do all this carting, products adding to the cart, login, contact us. So many test cases you can do here. I can take this website. Okay, a lot of options we have here. Okay, thank
Sorry,
you.
Ramesh, I have one question.
Yeah,
Can we set the execution order like what how we set it in TestNG Selenium for the test?
yeah. You can say which order you specified. Same order it will run. Yeah, there is no order, but yeah, which order you specified in the particular spec file,
Mm-hmm.
same order it will.
Okay, okay.
That's the one. Any other questions? Okay. So no questions. So tomorrow you want a class, or Mahesh, you're asking something, right? So my even